Hey you guys, so I'm going to show you how to find your assignment first, and then I'm going to do an example, two examples with you. And they're going to be posted under video notes. So you see how it said the second box down, it says this week you will be expected to complete video notes and assignment. So if you click on the assignment, it says load review of solving equations with distribution in a new window. So this is review. There's 9 questions, 2 points each. And if you have to redo the problem, you can try it again. It's going to be giving you the same problem, but everybody's going to have a different problem. So if you want to work on this with friends, it's going to be the exact same type of problem. It's just going to have different numbers. So anyways, we're going to work on question 1. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you understand question 2, you'll understand question 1. So we're going to go over ones that's similar to question 2. Question 2, question 3, 4, and 5 are all the same, just different numbers, and 6 actually. But 7, 8, and 9 are all the same as well. So we're going to go over one like numbers 2 through 6, and then we're going to go over a second one that's similar to questions 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so let's look at this first one. So it says solving equations using distribution. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is the 5 times x and then 5 times negative 5. So remember, when we're solving equations, we have an equal sign, right there, right? And then we also have to solve the left-hand side separately, and then we have to also solve the right-hand side separately, and then we'll combine at the end. So we're first going to distribute. So if we distribute there, 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. I'm going to bring down the minus 6 equals 23x minus 211 because I didn't touch anything. All I did so far was just distribute this. And then I'm going to combine like terms on the left-hand side. So what do I have in common? I have the negative 25 and I have the negative 6, right? Those two are common terms. They're like terms because they both do not have an x. They're called coefficients. They're numbers without a variable. They're just numbers, right? So we're going to combine those two. So we're going to bring the 5x down, minus 31, bring down that equal sign. Remember, the equal sign is like a barrier between one side and the other. So now we look at this side, we can't combine those two terms. We look at this side, we can't combine those two terms. So now is when we cross that barrier, which is the equal sign, and we're going to do the opposite operation when we cross the equal sign. So I'm going to bring my 5x over here, and if I want to do that, I do the opposite. Oh, I did not do that. Okay, I subtract 23x. Sorry, I forget what I do. Okay, so minus 23x from both sides. So I'm bringing this over here, and I have to do the opposite. So I'm subtracting 23. That way the 23's cancel, because 23x minus 23x is just 0, right? So there's nothing there anymore. So 5x minus 23x, that's going to give me negative 18x. I'm just going to drop down that minus 31, drop down the equal sign. These two canceled, and now all I have left on this side is the negative 211. Okay, so now I'm going to move the 31 to the other side, right? I'm combining like terms still, so I'm going to move that over there by adding 31 to both sides. Again, negative 31 plus 31 cancels out, that's 0. So all we have left is negative 18x on this side equals negative 180. And then divide each side by negative 18. And then negative 18 divided by negative 18 is just 1. So those cancel out. We have 1x left. And then negative 80 divided by negative 18 is 10. So x equals 10. And that's your final answer. So we're reviewing solving equations because this is really important for Algebra 2, for geometry, for Algebra 2 trig, pre-calculus, everything. You need to know how to solve an equation. This should not be difficult, but we need to review. Okay, so last one. This is similar to number 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do on the left-hand side is distribute. If we can distribute, we always distribute first. So 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 3 is 15. I'm going to bring down that plus 3 because I didn't touch it. Bring down that equal sign, which is like a barrier. We can't cross that yet. And then we're going to distribute that negative 2 to both terms. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x, and negative 2 times negative 4 is a positive 8. and then bring down that minus 9. Then we're going to look at this side and we're going to say, okay, I can't do anything with the 5x, but I can combine those two. So 15 plus 3 is 18. So 5x plus 18. And then I'm going to bring down that equal sign. Negative 2x. Bring down that because we can't combine that, but we can combine a positive 8 minus 9. And 8 minus 9 is negative 1. Okay, so this is where we now cross this barrier because we can't combine 5x plus 18 and we can't combine negative 2x minus 1. So we're going to be moving things. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides, do the opposite operation when we cross the equal sign. So negative 2x plus 2x, when it's the same number but opposite signs, they cancel out. And then 5 plus 2x is 7x. I'm going to bring down that plus 18 because we didn't touch it, so this just gets dropped down, equals negative 1. Then we're going to get the x alone, so we're subtracting 18. These two are like terms, so we're going to do the opposite because we're crossing the equal sign, so minus 18. That way, these two cancel out. Positive 18 minus 18 is 0. Bring down that 7x equals negative 19, and then divide each side by 7. That cancels, and x equals negative 19 over 7. Do not write it as a mixed number, but simplify if possible. So for example, if it was negative 14 over 7, that would be the same as negative 2, right? Because we can simplify that, we can divide it. But in this case, we can't divide or simplify negative 19 over 7. All right, so you're just going to solve, you're going to figure out the assignment. Not figure it out, but you're going to finish the assignment, okay? And then that'll automatically update in Canvas. And that's all you have to do for this week. So email me if you have any questions at all. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you. And that's it for today.